Good evening, everyone. I want to throw you back to a time, to the streets of 19th century Copenhagen, Denmark, where a man named Soren Kierkegaard was challenging the status quo. Born in 1813, Kierkegaard was a young man steeped in philosophical thought, bent on exploring the depths of human existence from a perspective that seemed alien to his contemporaries. His views on life, angst, and the pursuit of meaning have since left a profound impact on philosophy. Let's delve into his mind and explore these concepts that still resonate today. Kierkegaard's early life was rich with philosophical exposure, which deeply influenced his subsequent ideas. He believed that the philosophical and historical works of his time were detached, disconnected from the reality of lived human experience. For him, philosophy was not about lofty concepts and abstract musings, but about the raw, gritty reality of being alive, of being a thinking, feeling being in a world that is often confusing and uncertain. One of his most significant contributions to philosophy was the concept of angst, or as we modernly term it, existential anxiety. It's the kind of anxiety that creeps up on you when you think about the big questions of life. What is my purpose? What happens after death? Is there a God? It's the feeling of standing on the edge of a cliff, looking into the vast, mysterious abyss of existence. Kierkegaard argued that this anxiety was not something to be feared or avoided, but rather, it is an integral and inevitable part of being human. According to this Danish philosopher, our existential anxiety stems from the freedom and responsibility we bear within the vast uncertainty of existence. Every choice we make, every path we take, is on us. We have the freedom to shape our lives as we wish, but with this freedom comes a heavy burden of responsibility. This immense freedom, coupled with the responsibility for our actions and choices, can often be overwhelming, and thus, we become anxious about our existence. But here's the twist. Kierkegaard suggests that this anxiety, this existential angst, is not a curse but a blessing. He says that the way we respond to this anxiety and the choices we make in its presence can steer the difference between a fulfilled life and a life of despair. You see, for Kierkegaard, anxiety is not an obstacle but a catalyst for change and growth. It's the uncomfortableness that pushes us to question, to explore, to strive for understanding. It is that nagging feeling in our stomach that propels us to seek meaning, to look for answers, to venture into the unknown. On this note, let's introduce another concept Kierkegaard brought forth: passion. Passion, according to him, is a means to navigate through and transcend anxiety. It's not just about being passionate for a hobby or a job, but about being passionate for one's existence, for the very act of living. This passion, Kierkegaard suggests, could be a driving force for personal growth and self-realization. It could help us overcome our uncertainty, our anxiety, and push us towards a life of purpose and fulfillment. Kierkegaard did not stop at just highlighting the importance of passion but went further to emphasize the significance of subjective truth. While the world may bombard us with its versions of truth, Kierkegaard urged individuals to explore their own subjectivity. He encouraged us to align with our unique perspectives, values, and aspirations. He urged us to carve our path, to shape our truth, to live authentically. His philosophy transcends the realm of theory and delves into the practical. It illuminates our path as we navigate through life, grappling with our freedom, our choices, our passions, and above all, our angst. As we forge ahead in this exploration of Kierkegaard's philosophy, we're led to another profound insight. He believed that the development of the self, our personal growth and evolution, is inherently linked to our ability and willingness to face the anxiety of existence and to embrace the uncertainty that life presents. This is not a process that happens overnight, nor is it a linear journey. It is a constant challenge, a daily dance with uncertainty, a continuous dialogue with our existential anxiety. Kierkegaard wasn't one to gloss over the harsh realities of life. He acknowledged that existence is fraught with uncertainties and challenges. But it is in this very space of uncertainty, he argued, that we have the opportunity to grow and evolve. It is here, in our grappling with existential anxiety, that the self is given a chance to expand, to know itself more deeply, and in doing so, to lead a more meaningful life. In his perspective, the self has an inherent capacity to transform anxiety into a catalyst for growth. It's not about eradicating anxiety, but rather about learning to navigate it, to use it as a compass guiding us towards deeper self-understanding and authenticity. By embracing our existential anxiety and learning to dance with it, we can carve out a life of purpose and fulfillment. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Kierkegaard wasn't just about individual self-growth and navigating personal anxieties. He also had a lot to say about society and its influence on our lives. He was a fierce critic of societal norms and conventions. He believed that these imposed structures often stifle individuality, forcing us into molds that may not align with our true selves. He argued passionately against succumbing to conformity and complacency. For him, true fulfillment and self-discovery lie beyond societal norms and expectations. Think about it. How often do we find ourselves boxed into roles and expectations that society has set for us? How often do we silence our true desires and passions to fit into these roles? Kierkegaard challenged this way of living. He urged us to question, to rebel, to break away from the herd. He called for us to march to the beat of our own drum, to be true to ourselves, even if it means standing alone. This brings us to another key aspect of Kierkegaard's philosophy: the value of solitude, introspection, and self-reflection. In a world that is increasingly noisy, where distractions are but a click away, the importance of these qualities cannot be overstated. Kierkegaard believed that it is in solitude that we can truly meet ourselves, that it is in introspection and self-reflection that we can explore the depths of our being. Solitude, according to Kierkegaard, is not about isolation or escapism. Rather, it is about creating a space for self-reflection, a sanctuary where we can listen to our inner voice, away from the noise of the world. It's about delving into our thoughts, our feelings, our aspirations, and above all, our anxieties. It's about learning to be comfortable in our own company, about building a relationship with ourselves that is rooted in understanding and acceptance. Through introspection and self-reflection, we can learn to understand our existential anxiety better, to unravel its complexities, to see it for what it truly is, not a monster to be feared, but a companion on our journey of self-discovery. As we explore our depths in solitude, we're not just left with a better understanding of ourselves, but we're also equipped with the tools to navigate life more effectively. We're better able to face the uncertainties of existence, better able to make choices that align with our true selves, and ultimately, better able to lead a life that is fulfilling and meaningful. This journey of introspection and self-reflection is not always easy. It takes courage to face our anxieties, to question societal norms, to march to the beat of our own drum. But Kierkegaard believed that it is in taking up this challenge, in engaging in this courageous act of self-discovery, that we can find true fulfillment and lead a life that is authentically ours. Kierkegaard's philosophical legacy is vast, and we have covered the many intriguing facets of his thought, from his focus on the individual's subjective experience, to the importance of confronting existential anxiety. His philosophical outlook provides a profound paradigm through which we can better understand our lives, the challenges we face, and the choices we make. But let's delve deeper into one of the most significant concepts Kierkegaard gifted us, the idea of passion. Kierkegaard introduced the concept of passion as a means to navigate through and transcend anxiety. He proposed that passion could be a driving force for personal growth and self-realization. Passion, according to Kierkegaard, ignites the fire within us that fuels our pursuit of a meaningful life. It is through our passions that we are able to discover our true selves, our true values, and our true aspirations. Let's take a moment to reflect on this. Remember your passions, those activities or pursuits that bring a spark to your eyes, a fire to your soul. Consider how these passions bring purpose and meaning to your life, how they help you navigate through the uncertainties and anxieties of existence. They provide the strength, the courage, the resilience to face life's challenges head-on. Kierkegaard believed that the alignment of our lives with our passions is the key to living authentically. It's about passionately pursuing our own unique path, about living in alignment with our own truth, rather than blindly following societal norms or expectations. This is what Kierkegaard referred to as the pursuit of subjective truth. The concept of subjective truth is central to Kierkegaard's philosophy. He emphasized the importance of subjective truth, encouraging individuals to explore their own subjectivity, to delve into their unique perspectives, values, and aspirations. Subjective truth emphasizes the individual's personal experience and understanding of the world. What is subjective truth? It is your truth. It's the way you perceive the world. It's your values. It's your passions. It's about living in alignment with your unique perspective, rather than allowing societal norms or expectations to dictate your life. But how do we discover our subjective truth? How do we uncover our passions, our values, our unique perspective? The answer, according to Kierkegaard, lies in solitude, introspection, and self-reflection. By spending time alone, by reflecting on our experiences, by exploring our thoughts and feelings, we are able to uncover our subjective truth. In conclusion, Kierkegaard's perspective highlights that anxiety is an inherent aspect of human consciousness, an inevitable part of our existence. But rather than something to fear, Kierkegaard invites us to view anxiety as an opportunity for growth, as a catalyst that can propel us towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. His philosophy encourages us to engage deeply with our own subjectivity, to pursue our passions with fervor, and to embrace the uncertainty and unknown aspects of life. It is through this that we find meaning, purpose, and ultimately, fulfillment. We have journeyed together through the existential labyrinth of Kierkegaard's thought, an adventure that has taken us to the core of our own being. I hope that these insights inspire you, as they have inspired me, to live authentically, to pursue your passions, and to embrace the uncertainty of life. Thank you for joining me on this existential exploration. If you found this content insightful and want to delve deeper into the fascinating world of philosophy, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Here's to our journey of self-discovery, and remember, in the words of Kierkegaard himself, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards.